Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free news podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
On today's Smart 7, runway drama in Japan, Israel strikes in Lebanon and much more. It's Wednesday, 3rd of January, it's Mind Body Wellness Day, and happy birthday to Florence Pugh.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
It has been a tough start to 2024 for Japan. New Year's Day saw an earthquake in the Sea of Japan, which caused destruction on the Noto Peninsula and led to shockwaves that were felt in Tokyo, about 200 miles away. The quake has killed more than 60 people and rescuers are still frantically working to clear the rubble and search for survivors. However, the rush to get assistance to the disaster area led to a shocking incident on the runway of Tokyo's Haneda Airport. 5 Coast Guard crew members were killed after an Airbus A350 collided with their plane, loaded with aid on the runway, but it was a miracle that more weren't killed as the Japan Airlines plane burst into flames after the collision. Quick-thinking crew safely evacuated all 379 passengers and avoided a second disaster in as many days. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida expressed his condolences to the family of the Coast Guard crew.
It is a very disappointing and saddening situation. I'd like to express my respect towards their sense of duty, as well as offer my heartfelt condolences for their losses.
Japan's Minister of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism, Tetsuo Saito, said teams were working to get the airport back to normal as quickly as possible.
Regarding runways A, B and C, I have received reports that we are working on the ground to make them ready for use as soon as possible, by tomorrow or even today.
Home Secretary James Cleverly was back on the media circuit on Tuesday despite his distasteful joke about date rape drug Rohypnol. He did apologise for the remark about his wife, but he quickly found himself dragged into a bigger row about immigration numbers. The row began with an announcement on Monday from the Home Office that said 112,000 decisions had been made on asylum applications and that therefore the backlog was cleared. However, 4,500 complex cases have not been resolved, and there are also 35,000 cases that are referred to as having had non-substantive decisions. Labour called the claim to have cleared the backlog a barefaced lie, and Sky News' Kay Burley wanted to know why the government didn't act sooner.
We should have got more caseworkers earlier, shouldn't we?
Well, look, we've seen it worked, so now we know it works.
Yes, it's going
to stay in place, and as we process applications in the future, we have now got the larger number of people and a better process.
Labour's Darren Jones says as an election looms, this won't be the only claim the government will make based on questionable data.
I think this is the start of what we're going to see a lot of this year from the Conservatives, which is salami slicing data to try to suit their general election narrative. They've claimed they've reduced these numbers, but 17,000 applicants have gone missing. I mean, what does that even mean? Where are they?
Tuesday evening saw an Israeli drone strike hit a building in Beirut, killing at least 6 people, including Saleh al-Aruri, the deputy chief of Hamas and one of the founding members of its military wing. It was a bold move by Israel and risks drawing Hezbollah into the conflict, as the attack was not far from their headquarters in Lebanon, although Israel insisted it was a surgical strike and not an attack on Lebanon itself. Al-Aruri had been involved in hostage negotiations in Qatar and just recently declared that no more hostages would be released until the IDF stopped conducting airstrikes on Gaza. Israel has made it clear that it will strike Hamas leadership wherever it finds them. An advisor to the Israeli Prime Minister, Mark Regev, says they have only one focus.
This is a time for national unity. We're focusing now on winning this war. That's the only priority we have today. And every day Israelis are waking up and there are casualties of our soldiers who are fighting in Gaza. It's a different reality here. We have to win this war against Hamas. That is our priority.
Russia has resumed its wave of brutal air attacks on Ukraine. The last few nights have seen wave after wave of missiles and drones launched, doing damage and causing casualties in cities across Ukraine. It appears Russia is trying to exhaust Ukraine's air defences at a time when supplies from the US and Europe have slowed to a crawl. President Zelensky remains defiant, though.
Another attack by Russian savages. Almost 100 missiles of various types. At least 70 missiles were shot down. Nearly 60 of them were intercepted in the Kyiv area. Russia will be held accountable for every life lost.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, tennis bounces back and there's a new Mickey Mouse horror movie. Right after this.
Millions of people have lost weight with personalized plans from Noom. Like Evan, who can't stand salads and still lost 50 pounds.
Salads generally for most people are the easy button, right? For me, that wasn't an option. I never really was a salad guy. That's just not who I am. But Noom worked for me.
Get your personalized plan today at Noom.com. Real Noom user compensated to provide their story. In 4 weeks, the typical Noom user can expect to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. Individual results may vary.
Welcome back.
Tuesday night saw West Ham and Brighton play out a scoreless draw in the Premier League. As we head into the new year, the first major tennis event of 2024 is the Australian Open, which drops its first balls on January 14th. Ahead of that, we've seen two fan favourites return from injury, with Rafa Nadal playing for the first time in a year, winning his first round game in the Brisbane Open, and Britain's Emma Raducanu also made a first appearance after 8 months out with operations on her wrists and ankles. She's playing in the New Zealand Open and is delighted to be back.
It's difficult after having such a long hiatus, but I'm grateful to be healthy. I'm grateful to be able to move my body, not like bedridden or, in a wheelchair. So it's pretty amazing to just be out here and playing, and I can't wait to start this season and carry on, hopefully injury-free and healthy.
I'm not sure if you can remember what you were doing at 4 p.m. on Monday 1st of January 2014. YouTuber Tom Scott does. That was the day he posted his first Things You Might Not Know video to the platform. That led to almost 2 billion views and over 7 million subscribers for his channels. Not a bad set of numbers. But after 10 years, he's dropping out before he burns out. And funnily enough, he posted a video to explain what he's up to.
There is a part of my brain that desperately does not want this to end. So if you've got an idea for a future video, you can still tell me about it, and one day I might make it. But right now, I need to spend time with people I hold dear. I need there to be things in my life that are not work, and it's been years since that's been true.
The new year marks many things, but for fans of poorly made horror movies, it's delivered a real treat. US copyright laws mean that the control over the image of the earliest versions of Mickey Mouse have now passed into the public domain. And much as it might cause migraines at Mickey headquarters, there's a brand new horror film on the way called Mickey's Mouse Trap. It's a long way from the magic of Disney, but if you like the idea of a blood-spattered Mickey, it might be right up your street.
Put the phone down! Put the phone down, please! No, Gina, turn around, please, Gina!
I'll be right back. And he's dead.
What?
Like if he was in a horror movie, you'd never say, I'll be right back, because then you don't.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free news podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.